All right, we've been working on literary essays, and one of the things you're ready to start doing is improving your introductory paragraphs with using tags. Introductory paragraphs pretty much follow a formula. If you can come up with a good thesis, your introductory paragraph should be pretty easy to write. So notice I've chosen this symbol here of the pencil because it starts very broad and it gets narrower as you go. And that's how you should structure your introductory paragraphs for your essay. So you start out telling the reader what the topic is. And in English, the topic is going to be a book or a short story or a poem. So in this case, it's the book. And we're going to let the reader know the title, the author, and the genre and basic premise of the book, just so they know what kind of book it is. Then we get more specific with the S in tags, the summary or the background of what the reader needs to know. So this is a brief, like 1 to 2 sentence summary of the text as it relates to the focus, your thesis statement. And as you know, your thesis statement is a claim or argument that you're going to prove in your essay. In English, it's your interpretation, your belief of what the text says or is about. So, whatever you're saying here is going to help you determine what kind of a summary you're going to give in your introduction. So, let's start with the TAG, title, author, and a genre and premise. What does a premise mean? A premise is just the most general idea of the book's topic. So if I said that I read a book, it's a mystery taking place in Ireland. It's that general. So using The House on Mango Street, I've got The House on Mango Street by Sandra Cisneros is a realistic fiction novella about a young Hispanic girl, oops, I have a typo, growing up in urban America. Okay, so let's be really careful here, though. It seems so simple, but the title, okay, the title of the book is The House on Mango Street. Okay, you have to get the title right. You can't just, I get essays where people write House on Mango Street. That little kind of detail is important. And the author, you need to look at the spelling of the author's name and spell it correctly. Here we have the genre, realistic fiction. And then we've got, just generally what kind of book it is. What's it about? It's about this young Hispanic girl and she's growing up in the United States, in urban America. Okay, so let's see. I don't want the pen anymore. Okay, so let's go now to S, summary. The summary of the text or the background, what you're going to say about it is depending on what you're going to write about in the main body of the essay, because you only should tell people in a couple of sentences just so they know what they need to know to understand your essay. So my essay is going to be about how the setting makes kids grow up fast. And the sample that you've been reading, that's been my thesis. So when I give a summary of the text, I want it to relate to that. The protagonist, Esperanza, lives on Mango Street, a place of poverty. It is a Latinx neighborhood with few resources, few opportunities, and many dangers. That's it for the summary or background. So you can see setting makes kids grow up fast. This is really the argument in my thesis. So I'm laying out some aspects of the setting to give people background and kind of prepare them for why these kids might need to grow up fast. Now, as you've been practicing, the thesis is your focused argument, your interpretation of what the text is about. Again, the question I've been working with is, how does the setting impact the characters in the novel? And my thesis is, because of these conditions in the setting, characters are forced to grow up fast. So now let's put it all together. The House on Mango Street by Sandra Cisneros is a realistic fiction novella about a young Hispanic girl growing up in urban America. The protagonist, Esperanza, lives on Mango Street, a place of poverty. It is a Latinx neighborhood with few resources, few opportunities, and many dangers. Because of these conditions in the setting, characters are forced to grow up fast. So, again, just to review, title, author, genre with the premise, then I've got the summary here, and my summary is specific to the setting because my argument, my interpretation has to do with setting. And there you have it.